Hello and welcome viewers. Let's dive straight into the top stories at this hour on Republic Superfast 50. After making massive allegations against Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan in a statement in the court, the key accused in the gold scam case, Swapna Suresh, spoke exclusively to Republic TV, where she disclosed and alleged that bags full of cash were sent to Dubai for the Chief Minister, and also that biryani vessels of unusual weight were at different times sent to his residence. Amid the political chorus in Kerala against Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan over the renewed allegations in the gold smuggling case, speaking to Republic, accused Swapna Suresh confirmed that her most recent allegations have already been stated to the investigating agencies and claimed that there has been nothing different done so far. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan denied all allegations made against him by gold scam accused Swapna Suresh. Chief Minister Vijayan dismissed Suresh's allegations, terming them baseless and politically motivated. The Kerala Chief Minister further went on to call them unsubstantiated allegations and a part of a political agenda. Amid raging discussions over the massive allegations made by Swapna Suresh against Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, former leader of the opposition and Congress MLA Ramesh Chennithala has now come forward to slam the Kerala CM and made a shocking claim that the probe agencies are shielding Vijayan.
Even before giving this 164 statement in the court, Swapna Suresh mentioned earlier all these things to the inquiry officer.
Meanwhile, former Kerala Minister and leader KT Jalil has filed a complaint with the police against the allegations levelled by Kerala gold smuggling case accused Swapna Suresh. KT Jalil says that it is a conspiracy curated by Swapna Suresh.
I made a request in my petition that the conspiracy should be examined. It also should be investigated.
In a recent update in the Kanpur clashes probe, the Uttar Pradesh police has arrested more people in connection with the violence that erupted in the city on June the 3rd, taking the total number of arrests now up to 54. The bulldozer has been a big tool against the accused so far, and thus many have surrendered after getting scared of impending bulldozer action, it is claimed. Days after violence erupted in Uttar Pradesh's Kanpur, some political leaders have now been linked to the situation. According to newly accessed WhatsApp chats, accused Nizam Qureshi had run a WhatsApp group by the name Team Nizam Qureshi. The party lawmakers are set to meet with the police commissioner at 5 p.m. today, but so far the Samajwadi Party has clarified over not having any links.
जो करना चाहो तो हम लोग तो खुला है, कोई मना करता है क्या? लेकिन हमारी एक मांग भी है कि नुपुर शर्मा को भी जो कार्रवाई जो हर्षित लाला पे करी है, ऐसी कार्रवाई नुपुर शर्मा पे तो करिए। और फिर जिसका जो दोष हो, कोई एक बयान, हमने तो केवल 2 बयान जारी किए हैं जब से ही घटना हुई है, और दोनों बयान मेरे सोशल मीडिया पे पोस्ट हैं, दोनों को आप देखिए। एक तरफ पुलिस की भूमिका पे सवाल, एक तरफ मैंने लोगों को जोड़ने का काम, मैंने लोगों को शांति बनाए रखने की अपील करी है, और ये भी मेरा स्पष्ट मत है कि लोकतंत्र में हिंसा का कोई स्थान नहीं है। और ये बयान मैं आज नहीं दे रहा हूँ, जिस दिन घटना हुई उस दिन मैंने बयान अपना जारी किया है कि लोकतंत्र में हिंसा का कोई स्थान नहीं है।
Viewers, the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights has written to the Kanpur administration and has called for a detailed report on the children's involvement in the Kanpur clashes, and also to initiate an inquiry to take legal action against those who used minors for illegal activities during the clashes.
कानपुर में भी ये बात आयोग के संज्ञान में आई कि हाल ही में हुई हिंसा की घटनाओं में बच्चों का उपयोग पत्थर फिकवाने के लिए, पेट्रोल बम चलवाने के लिए किया गया है, और हिंसा में इस प्रकार का बच्चों का उपयोग जुवेनाइल जस्टिस एक्ट के तहत अपराध है। जो लोग ऐसा कृत्य करते हैं उनके ऊपर जेजे एक्ट की धारा 83 में मुकदमा दर्ज होना चाहिए। हमने यही बात कही है कि जिन लोगों ने भी बच्चों को सम्मिलित किया है उनके विरुद्ध इन धाराओं का इजाफा किया जाए।
The Reserve Bank of India has increased the key repo rate by 0.5%, that's 50 basis points. With this, the key policy rate has reached 4.9%, the highest level in 2 years. This hike will affect an increase in the monthly installments of home loans and vehicular loans. The Monetary Policy Committee, however, which decides whether to increase the rate or not, voted unanimously in favor of increasing the repo rate as its inflation forecasts remained above its comfort zone.
The MPC voted unanimously to increase the policy repo rate by 50 basis points to 4.90% with immediate effect.
Meanwhile, member and MP of the Congress party Manish Tiwari politicized the Monetary Policy Committee and the RBI's action by saying that growth will suffer if the repo rate is increased, and he also called the GDP projection of 7.2% as misleading. This is Manoj Tiwari.
In a sense, whenever you raise interest rates or you make lending costlier, growth is obviously going to suffer. And these numbers with regard to the GDP are extremely misleading. So under those circumstances, there is nothing to really, the government has nothing to pat itself on the back on. In real terms, Indian GDP should be growing at about 1.5 to 2% only.
The union government has responded to terror group Al-Qaeda's open threat of launching suicide attacks across India. Union Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi stated that organizations like Al-Qaeda are not protection for any community, rather they instead mean trouble for everyone.
मानों की हिफाजत के बजाय मुसीबत हो, उसके बारे में आपको समझना होगा कि ये इस्लाम को सुरक्षा कवच बना करके इंसानियत को लहूलुहान करना चाहते हैं.
RSS chief Indresh Kumar has also called out the Al-Qaeda threat and asserted that India will teach the terrorist organization a lesson. This is senior functionary Indresh Kumar.
इसलिए अल-कायदा जो कुछ कर रही है वह एक किस्म से ईश्वर विरोधी है, मानवता विरोधी है, इस्लाम और नबी पैगंबर विरोधी है. मैं सारे भारत के दलों को, नेताओं को, मजहब के लोगों को अपील करूंगा कि ऐसी हिंसा भरे कार्रवाई का खुलकर विरोध करें.
Top sources have confirmed that central agencies are seriously looking into the Al-Qaeda suicide attack threat. Alerts have been issued across Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat and Mumbai. A strict vigil at important locations like railway stations, airports, metro stations have been put in place, and the security personnel are also being instructed to report to the concerned departments any suspicious activity. At the Borivali court in Mumbai, the Khar police is set to submit its charge sheet against Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana under sections 353 and 34 of the IPC with regards to stopping a public servant from discharging their duty. We have been informed that the charge sheet is of 85 pages. After the Enforcement Directorate recovered over 2.8 crore rupees in cash and 1.8 kilos of gold from Satyendar Jain's aides in the alleged corruption case against him, the Enforcement Directorate has now questioned close associates of the Delhi Minister Satyendar Jain. According to sources, the ED is closely focusing on his aides who supposedly helped him transforming sales deeds. Hitting out at the Aam Aadmi Party after the big recoveries of the Enforcement Directorate from Satyendar Jain's aides, Union Minister Smriti Irani said that she has got answers to all 11 questions that she had earlier asked of the Aam Aadmi Party and its convener Arvind Kejriwal in the ongoing ED crackdown on AAP Minister Jain.
1 जून को मैंने मध्य दिन 12:30 बजे केजरीवाल जी से 10 सवाल किए थे और 11वां सवाल ये था कि इन सारे 10 सबूतों के बाद भी क्या केजरीवाल जी मानते हैं कि सत्येंद्र जैन ने चोरी नहीं की? क्या केजरीवाल जी मानते हैं कि सत्येंद्र जैन के हाथों में काला धन नहीं है? क्या केजरीवाल जी मानते हैं कि सत्येंद्र जैन निर्दोष है? आज 8 जून हो चुका है, अब तक मुझे एक भी अपने प्रश्न का उत्तर नहीं मिला.
Rajya Sabha polls in Haryana are slated to take place with the rest of the country on June the 10th. With the emergence of BJP-backed candidates, the Congress has moved 28 of its MLAs to Mayfair Resort in Naya Raipur of Chhattisgarh in an attempt to avoid the horse trading and poaching of these legislators and to avoid any kind of cross-voting also during the polling. As the Kheer Bhavani Mela gets underway today, Prime Minister Modi took to Twitter and extended his greetings to the Kashmiri Pandits. He wrote on Twitter, and I quote, "Greetings to everyone, especially my Kashmiri Pandit sisters and brothers on Jyeshta Ashtami. We pray to Mata Kheer Bhavani for everyone's well-being and prosperity." Defense Minister Rajnath Singh is on a 3-day visit to Vietnam, and visuals have come in of the Defense Minister meeting with his Vietnamese counterparts. He took to Twitter and wrote that they had renewed interactions on expanding bilateral cooperation, defense and security cooperation to have a stable Indo-Pacific region. In a complex and swift rescue operation last night by the Indian Army, the forces extricated an 18-month-old child from a 300-foot deep borewell submerged in water at Drangadra in Gujarat. The presence of a minor and innovative methods had to be brought together to focus and save this precious life. After the civil judge of the Varanasi district court, that is Ravi Divakar, who ordered the survey on the GYANVAPI complex, received a threat letter, the Varanasi police have beefed up his security. Accordingly, a total of 10 police personnel have been deployed for the security of the district judge. Former Bihar Chief Minister and RJD Chief Lalu Prasad Yadav has now been fined in the Model Code of Conduct violation case of 2009. Lalu Prasad appeared before the special MP-MLA court in Jharkhand's Palamu. Lalu Yadav's advocate confirmed later that the RJD Supremo was fined 6,000 rupees by the court for the case.
सारी बातों को सुना और सारे बात को पिटीशन को देखते हुए सारे जो लॉ है, लॉ के अंतर्गत कोर्ट ने इनको फाइन लेकर और इनको मुक्त किया गया। फाइन हुआ मात्र 6,000 रुपए का फाइन हुआ।
केस मुक्त मतलब डिस्पोज हो गया,
केस समाप्त निष्पादित किया गया।
आने की आवश्यकता उनकी नहीं है। ठीक है, मतलब केस खत्म,
केस निष्पादित किया गया।
Social activist Anna Hazare is set to launch his own organization now, the Rashtriya Lok Andolan, which will work against corruption. Anna Hazare will launch this organization on June the 19th, which is also his birthday, during a visit to New Delhi. The National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, the NCPCR, has issued summons to the SP of ALAPPUZHA in Kerala to appear before the Commission on the 13th of June in connection with a boy being seen in a viral video raising insightful slogans at a PFI rally. Anil DESHMUKH has filed a temporary bail application before the special CBI court in order to cast his vote in the Rajya Sabha elections. The election is due to be held on June the 10th, and all the MVA parties' MLAs have been in close huddles, including at a grand meeting at the Trident Hotel in Mumbai last evening.